the so-called consultative forums are already up with a predetermined outcome to undermine neutrality further. If that wasn't already clear from the fact that the government has Bertolt Brecht-style dissolved the random selection of citizens and replaced them with a so-called expert group, it should be absolutely crystal clear when you look at who the government has appointed as the chairperson. Dame Louise Richardson, Dame of the British Empire, someone who, in writing, repeatedly identifies with the aims and targets of US militarism. Writing after the US invasion of Afghanistan following 9/11, she writes, "We did not use the mechanism of NATO or any other international institution to fashion or implement a response. We felt strong enough to react on our own, and so we did." Writing about the attempted and implemented coups in Chile, Cuba and Nicaragua, she says, "An examination of these cases reveals that the US had very good reasons to object to the governments of Chile, Cuba and Nicaragua. Their ideological orientation was inimical to its own, so it supported local groups that used whatever means were available to them to try and bring this down." This is absolutely transparent, Taoiseach.
Just in relation to the Consultative Forum on International Security Policy, as has been referenced earlier, the Taoiseach announced last week that the government plans for a consultative forum on international security policy. The forum will take place in June and will aim to build a deeper understanding of the threats faced by the state and the links to and between our foreign security and defence policies. It will focus on a wide range of issues, including Ireland's efforts to protect the rules-based international order through peacekeeping and crisis management, disarmament and non-proliferation, international humanitarian law and conflict prevention and peace building, as well as allowing for a discussion on Ireland's policy of military neutrality. The forum will also provide an opportunity to examine the experiences and policy choices of other partners in responding to the new security environment in Europe. The international security environment has changed significantly over the past year, and we've seen that in relation to Ukraine. The Consultative Forum will allow for an open and informed discussion on issues involved and will provide a unique opportunity to bring together a wide range of stakeholders from the foreign policy, security and defence community, as well as civil society, political representatives, academics and other relevant bodies, as well as engagement with members of the broader public. We believe that we need to have a serious and honest conversation about international security policy, options available to the state and the implications of each of these, as well as examining ways in which we can work with and learn from other European and international partners. The forum will have one overall chairperson, tasked with directing and overseeing the discussions, and the Taoiseach has confirmed that Louise Richardson, a highly respected president of the Carnegie Corporation and former Vice-Chancellor of Oxford University, has kindly agreed to take on this important role. The Consultative Forum will take place in 3 different locations in June: 22nd of June in UCC, 23rd of June in University of Galway, 26th and 27th of June in Dublin Castle. The forum will be open to the general public, with opportunities to attend in person or virtually and to make written submissions, and further details will be made available in the coming weeks. I should say that a couple of people referenced a Citizens' Assembly. The Taoiseach floated the idea of a Citizens' Assembly, and it's okay to float ideas. I do it too, as does everyone in this House, but ultimately on consideration decided not to make that proposal, and no proposal for a Citizens' Assembly was made to government. A decision was made to have a consultative forum instead.